I just wanted to do a very quick video about a sense called interoception. So it's one which pops up in a lot of questions which I'm asked, and these questions are generally relating to toileting and to eating and to temperature and to our feelings of pain. Now, our interoceptive sense is all about those internal feelings that we get. So when we're hungry, that feeling that our stomach is grumbling. When we need to go to the toilet, that sensation of us needing to go. When we've hurt ourselves, that internal feeling, overwhelming sensation of pain. And temperature, so knowing when it's cold, when we're warm. Interoception, if someone's receiving too many sensations or not enough sensations from their internal sensations within their body, it can be really difficult for someone to be able to self-regulate themselves. So to be able to concentrate, to be able to engage with an activity which is happening around them because they're distracted by that feeling of hunger, or maybe they really need to go to the toilet. Those things can impact someone's ability to concentrate. It might impact the way that someone behaves and responds to their environment. If I'm receiving too many sensations from my stomach about hunger, if I'm always feeling hungry, how am I going to respond? The way that I behave in that situation might be different to how I behave when I've eaten something. When I really need to go to the toilet and I just can't communicate that to someone else, that might impact the way that I behave within that situation. So interoception impacts our whole functioning because we rely on it every second of our day. We learn a lot from the internal sensations of our body about how we are coping within that environment. So interoception is relating to hunger, to thirst, the feeling of sickness, the feeling of pain. So if someone's hurt themselves, you might see that some people might not respond to them hurting themselves, where some people might overreact or seem to overreact to maybe someone bumping into them. It can be related to temperature, so classic when children go outside in the winter with no coat on, maybe they find it difficult to sense that feeling of temperature and the coldness. And most commonly toileting, so it might be that someone finds it really difficult to become toilet trained or to be aware of when they need the toilet. A side effect of this can mean that some young people, adults, children can be constipated purely because they are unaware of, they're not receiving enough sensations about when they need to go to the toilet. So, like all of our senses, our interoceptive sense is hugely important to our well-being, to our mood, to our emotions that day. So if someone is receiving too many sensations from their interoceptive sense, it might be that they're constantly feeling hungry. It might be that they constantly feel like they need to go to the toilet. Those sensations can be really distracting and, for some people with sensory processing disorder, incredibly painful. Those sensations are so heightened it can cause a stimulation of pain. It can mean, therefore, if you're receiving too many sensations, you're going to find it really easy to become distracted, to lose attention. We don't always know what those sensations are relating to as well. So if I'm receiving lots of sensations telling me that I'm hungry, I might not always be able to interpret those sensations into being aware that I'm hungry. So I might be looking around and just trying to get rid of this feeling in some other way. That's where you might recognise me responding through a behaviour or through a certain characteristic just to avoid, to get things away from me because I'm so overwhelmed with this feeling. For people that are hyposensitive to them, so maybe they're not receiving enough sensations from a part of their interoceptive sense, it might mean they don't know when they need to go to the toilet. So toilet training a child might be a little bit more delayed than it would be for other children. We need to help them to become aware of when they need to go to the toilet. It can also mean that some people become constipated, like I said, because they simply haven't been aware of that need to go to the toilet. And then when they do go, they really get that sensation, which is what they were seeking. They were seeking that need to go to the toilet. Some people might never feel full, so therefore they might be those children and young people and adults that go around and they're constantly eating or chewing or swallowing things to get that feeling of, in their stomach, of the internal sensations of being full. So our interoceptive sense is massive, and it's hugely important in our development, emotionally, physically. So we need to know, just like all the other sensory systems, how to support people who might have difficulties being aware of those internal senses in their body, their interoceptive sense. We can support them through proprioceptive and vestibular activities. So deep pressure, really, really good to help people to become aware of their bodies. Lots of movement, lots of vestibular activities, swinging's really, really good. Heavy work, so all the things that you would classically do for someone with proprioceptive, so body awareness, and vestibular movement activities, it's going to be really, really great for people with interoceptive difficulties. One other thing which is hugely beneficial is yoga. Yoga's great for strengthening body awareness, flexibility, but also it offers that mindfulness experience, which, if you think about it, those internal sensations are all about us being aware of our bodies. So by being able to be calm and to be rested, that's going to be really supportive for us to be alert of our bodies and know how we can respond to these new sensations that we're beginning to feel. If you've got any questions about interoception that you think might be relevant after watching this video, feel free to comment and ask us some questions, or send us an email, hello@sensoryspectacle.co.uk. Toileting, eating and pain are huge questions that I get asked about sensory processing disorder. It's important to identify which sensory system it can be related to. But if it's interoception, we need to be able to help other people to recognise that and know how to support them as well. There's lots of information on our website as well. Our guides are a great way to get a little glimpse into starting to understand sensory processing disorder for yourself. So have a look at those in the shop. But also there's just lots of free videos and free information on our website as well, okay? So I will see you again very soon. Don't be shy, ask us questions if you'd like something answered, okay? I'll see you soon. Bye.